Another case of Bible racism in this chapter. Genesis chapter 43 was the actual end of the story with Joseph's brother that I had forgotten. Brothers. His 12 brothers, 13, 12 or 13. He made them all go get Benjamin and bring him back. It was the only brother they didn't bring. So he holds, all the brothers traveled to Egypt to get food, and then he holds one of the brothers and goes, bring back Benjamin. So they all go back without one of the brothers, Simeon, and they try to convince their father to bring back Benjamin again. They make a second trip all the way from Canaan, and they go, here's the younger brother. And then Joseph, who's like, now he's got all his brothers there. He's like, they all think they're going to get killed, actually. They're very suspicious about the whole situation. Like, why'd you bring us back here? What's going to happen? And he goes, hey, go slaughter an animal and prepare a feast. And so he does. And then Joseph, at one point, it says this in the Bible, it says he has to leave the room, goes to a private room of his own just to cry, just to weep, just to bury his hands in his face and cry because his brothers are back. And the reason he's so concerned with Benjamin, that's why you specifically wanted to see Benjamin, I think this is correct, this is what I said in the long form video. Benjamin is the only other full brother that he has. All the other brothers are half-brothers because his dad was a busy man. And his full brother from Rebecca, the first, I think the second wife that he ever took, maybe the third, I don't remember. He had 4. It was like 2 sisters who were his cousins and also 2 concubines who were the servants for the sisters. That was the family dynamic. And Rebecca, I believe, is the only one who had Joseph and Benjamin. So they're like full-blooded brothers. But in all of this, the best part of the chapter, and it's because the Bible's not trying to be funny here, and it just says it so openly. They served Joseph by himself, the brothers by themselves, and the Egyptians who ate with him by themselves. Because Egyptians could not eat with Hebrews. Why do you think that is? Before I continue, why do you think the Egyptians can't eat with the Hebrews? You might be like, the table wasn't big enough. Or maybe they had like a class system. Like even that would be like ethically like not a good thing. But the actual verse is, Egyptians could not eat with the Hebrews, for that is detestable to Egyptians. It just grossed them out. And he said, no Hebrews, anytime, anywhere. And it doesn't like, there's nothing else said about it. The Bible just says it and then just moves on. So that's the basic recap of everything. They then go on to, he gives Benjamin 5 times the portions of food as anybody else. And then they go on to feast and drink freely. That's how the chapter ends. The next chapter in 44 is a silver cup and a sack. And I do remember something about this from when I was a kid. How long is this chapter? I think it's like, I think a bad thing happens. I think a bad thing happens with the silver cup and the sack. We'll have to find out on the next one. I'll see you guys then.